Next on Worcester News tonight, a fire demonstration shows how quickly a fire can spread without the proper protection. Plus, local and state officials deliver food for the Meals on Wheels program, why they say people need the service. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brittany Schaefer. Sunny skies and spring-like temperatures hitting central Massachusetts Monday, and it looks like the nice weather could be sticking around this week. For more, let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Kelly for a first look at our forecast.
It's a pretty active weather pattern. Storms coming on the west coast, but the jet stream coming from Canada means they're going to miss to the south. It's a chilly rain with a few snowflakes near Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. Tonight, we can see that cloud off to our south. It's a developing ocean storm, but it's going to miss us. It's going to help pull in cooler air, so we're on the cold but dry side of the front. Here is the wake-up forecast. The pretty bright moon. It's a morning moon now. It's only 20 to 25 degrees. There's not that much wind, but a little ice on the bird bath. Plenty of sunshine, even though it's a cold morning. Plants love this. The pansies are showing up. The daffodils are going to come out. The forsythia are coming out. Even though at lunchtime on top of the hill, we're still only 32 degrees, but working out in the sun, no problem. It's not too windy tomorrow, maybe a little onshore breeze. The ocean is still very cold. Clear, cold tomorrow night. Then the warm-up begins in the 10-day forecast in a few minutes.
A Southbridge man has died following a head-on collision in Dudley. The accident happened Sunday morning on Route 131. According to police, 22-year-old Quinn Paul passed away at UMass Memorial Medical Center. The driver of the other vehicle is still at the hospital but did not suffer life-threatening injuries. The drivers were the sole occupants of each vehicle. The cause of the crash is under investigation. Quinsigamond Community College hosts a town hall event with local legislators to discuss sexual violence on college campuses. The Sexual Misconduct Climate Survey Bill and the Campus Sexual Violence Bill are up for discussion in the House and Senate. Monday, students and faculty gave their suggestions.
We at the community college let the legislators know that it's happening to us.
Quinsigamond Community College hosts a discussion about sexual violence. Student Government Association President Stephanie Texera says sexual assault happens everywhere and impacts non-residential campuses.
I was assaulted while I was a student, but not on campus. And that is one of the reasons why I think that it is so important to include community colleges in the conversation, because there's such an emotional and a mental drain on us.
Currently, there are multiple sexual violence bills in the House and Senate. One requires colleges to conduct a climate survey to better understand the prevalence of sexual violence on their campus.
Massachusetts has been at the forefront of so many issues with education, and to be really leading the charge, highlighting sexual violence at this kind of level and to be so detailed in it is so important and is going to set the statute for the rest of the country.
State Representative Jim O'Day and Senator Harriet Chandler were gathering input from students.
I have some ideas.
Please.
O'Day is working on a bill called the Healthy Youth Act. He says if the next generation learns about consent at a young age, it will decrease sexual violence.
So it's around trying to socially have people treat one another with a lot more respect. And again, that comes from learning a good behavior.
Is the basis of it. You don't get healthy youth in college if you haven't given them the opportunity in elementary school.
Texera is supporting the bills. She will be at the State House next month for the Joint Committee on Higher Education meeting.
I will be there along with hopefully many other people from across the state testifying in support of these bills.
A live demonstration at the Worcester Fire Department shows how quickly a fire can spread. It also shows a life-saving tool firefighters recommend everyone installs in their home. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us live now with the details. Rosalind?
Brittany, fire sprinklers can quickly contain a fire, giving people time to evacuate, as well as keeping firefighters safe. In just under 3 minutes, this living room is fully engulfed in flames.
If we get caught in a flashover, we have about 3 to 5 seconds to get out of the room. If you don't have any gear on, it's not survivable.
A demonstration at the Worcester Fire Department shows the damage a fire can cause. The room on the left had a sprinkler system, the one on the right did not. The state fire marshal's office and city firefighters want people to see the difference.
Really drives home the fact that fire moves fast, and with today's synthetic materials, fires have a good hold on a structure very quickly.
The living room with the sprinkler system contains the fire in a little more than a minute. It allows people to get out and makes it safer for firefighters.
As opposed to the fire hoses, which are about 150 to 200 gallons a minute, the fire sprinkler head only discharges 15 to 30 gallons a minute, so the water damage is considerably less.
Worcester Fire Chief Michael Lavoie says if you renovate a 3-decker in Worcester, you have to put in a sprinkler system. Since 2017, the department responded to 8 fires at buildings with sprinklers. Chief Lavoie says they did their job.
Most of the people that live there got to move back into their homes. Usually they have to spend weeks and weeks and weeks at a hotel or with family and friends. It really makes a difference.
The state fire marshal says installing a sprinkler system isn't that expensive. He also encourages people to ask for residential sprinklers when constructing a 1- or 2-family home. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester County St. Patrick's Parade stepped off Sunday, and organizers say it was a success. The 50-degree weather brought thousands to Park Avenue for the Irish festivities. The parade is the city's largest event of the year. It was postponed for only the 2nd time in its history, but parade committee members say it was all worth it, and a later date is something they are now considering.
I was glad when the last thing went by me so I could go home and go to bed.
I was awestruck. I truly was awestruck with the crowd. It was amazing, the amount of people that came yesterday.
We've already had calls on make it permanent. After the later in March to go, the better off the weather's going to be. We might think about that. Historically, we've always done it on the Sunday before, but this seemed to be so nice.
It was a great day. Yeah, I am not disappointed that we canceled the parade or postponed the parade and moved it onto the 24th. I thought it was a great decision for everybody, safe for everybody, and didn't we have a great day?
And if you missed the parade, you can catch a replay here on Charter TV3 on Sunday at noon and 7 p.m. The impacts of winter weather is causing the city to delay the opening of its sports fields again this year. The city was hoping to open the fields in its parks on April 1st, but say the current conditions aren't looking promising. The Department of Public Works says crews can't get onto the fields until the snow has fully melted and the turf is dry enough for the equipment. This affects public school and recreational teams who use the fields for games and practice. The city says hopefully they will be ready by April 12th. Local and state officials are seeing a Worcester area Meals on Wheels program firsthand this week. They're delivering food to elderly residents for this year's March for Meals event. Our Chandler Walsh joined a city councilor on his ride-along. She's live now with more. Chandler?
Brittany, March for Meals kicked off this morning. It commemorates when President Nixon signed a measure establishing a national nutrition program for seniors into law. Worcester City Councilor Sean Rose delivers a meal to one of his constituents.
How are you? Good morning, Barbara.
He's advocating for seniors by riding along with the Meals on Wheels program.
We've been into homes of people who recently have had surgery and are so thankful. We've entered homes where we have residents who are immobile and don't have the ability to get up and cook for themselves.
Elder Services of the Worcester area delivers to more than 1,300 residents. Barbara Flanders is one of the 700 in the city who's helped by the program. She chatted with her district councilor after receiving her meal.
I appreciate it. You know, it's been a help. So, and the people that bring it are also very nice.
Elected officials like Rose and State Senator Michael Moore saw the daily process from packing food in the kitchen to checking in with the elders who are served. It's Senator Moore's 2nd time, and the program's value to the elderly sometimes goes beyond food.
As I'm learning today, 40% of the seniors who are getting these meals don't see anyone other than the person who's delivering the mail. So this is, their only interaction with someone from outside their house.
Rose says he sees the need to provide as many resources as possible to seniors and says Meals on Wheels improves their quality of life.
The relationships that Elder Services has with these residents and the things that they do for them and the mutual appreciation and affection that they have for one another is just melts your heart.
This month's campaign is also to raise support for the program to care for elders still in need. Elder Services says money can sometimes be a challenge. About 25% of their funding comes from state and federal funding. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
Patriots in Worcester are bidding farewell to Rob Gronkowski. The Patriots tight end announced his retirement from football on Sunday. Gronk spent his entire NFL career with the team, and Worcester members of Pats Nation are sad to see him go. Some outside City Hall say they're still hopeful for more winning seasons despite the news.
See you coming, he's a big boy, take a lot of hits, everybody, can't last forever.
I was heartbroken, but just thankful for what he's gave us so far. And he's going to come back for the playoffs, so he's going to take a little break, and then he's going to be back.
I'm a hardcore football fan, so I know that there's a lot of great tight ends coming out of college, so I'm hoping that we grab somebody that could, nobody's never going to replace Gronk, but I'm pretty sure we could get somebody that can help us out.
And when asked about what's next for Gronk, these fans are guessing either a career in wrestling or acting. The loss of the star player receiving a lot of attention from fans. Nia Hamm has a reaction from outside Gillette Stadium.
I'm very disappointed because, he's just a great all-around guy.
In an Instagram post, Gronk says, quote, "It all started at 20 years old on stage at the NFL draft when my dream came true, and now here I am about to turn 30 in a few months with a decision I feel is the biggest of my life so far."
I'm hoping that maybe he'll change his mind.
Unfortunately, Gronk plans on hanging up his number 87 jersey for good, but he's leaving the NFL at the top of his game. With one of the greatest careers of a tight end in the league's history, Gronk has 3 Super Bowl rings, including one for Super Bowl 53, where his final catch led to the game-winning touchdown.
Like you saw in the Super Bowl, when they needed him, 40-yard pass right down the middle, all Gronk.
Though the news does not surprise everyone.
Kind of expected it, to be honest with you.
Gronk's success has led to several injuries, at least 6 surgeries, fueling recent rumors of retirement.
He's got a lot of injuries. He's taken a lot of hits.
Patriots owner Robert Kraft saying, as great of a player as he was, he is an even better person and ambassador of the game. Coach Bill Belichick also singing Gronk's praises, writing in part, quote, "Rob will leave an indelible mark on the Patriots organization and the game as among the best, most complete players at his position to ever play."
Good luck, Gronk. Enjoy your retirement, make a ton of money, and God bless you.
Nia Hamm, Worcester News Tonight.